Hey, good job on your presentation.
We'll post it tonight.
She thinks that she can. That's what she reads.
Thank you very much.
Don't want to be on camera.
When I give it,
It's like me, I got facial radio.
Yeah, that's what I.
they'll take it, they'll get in there and they won't listen to what you're saying. That's a good move.
I don't think so. I think they have.
Oh,
Nope,
thank
We've got them. We're good.
Ooh, this is thick. Mona, this is better.
I didn't know the order, so I can't comment. I was not told the order. I don't know who decided it. Maybe the alderman, maybe Tim. I don't know.
Probably.
Okay, Director, are you ready?
We are ready.
Floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. Again, I'm Ramona Metzger. I'm the Director of the Office of Budget and Management. And I want to do a quick introduction of my staff. I have Courtney Heinzel, Budget Analyst. I have Matt Johnson, Budget Analyst. I have Miguel Valente. I do this every time.
Financial planning analyst.
Financial Planning Analyst. And I have Jeff Ajeezy, Fiscal Services Assistant Director. I have Mike Lesko, our Purchasing Agent. And I have Tim Ware, our Fleet Manager. I think that's everyone here tonight. And I'm going to try to go quickly. I know police and fire are following, and they're usually longer. I have a quick breakdown of our department structure, accounting division, administrative, budget, purchasing, payroll, and fleet services. I have another, just a what we do. It's a general description. If you want me to go through it, I can. Otherwise, it can be read at your convenience. Okay, at your convenience, thank you. Our fiscal year 2025 workforce, we have our, from fiscal year 13 through our 25 request. Our fleet garage, we currently have 24 employees, and finance, we have 25 and a half. And that half is for a grant coordinator that we are sharing, or planning to share with OPED. Have a 16% minorities hiring right at this point, and that was as of December. Our fiscal year 2025 budget by fund, the Office of Budget Management largest fund is the self-insurance fund, encompassing 39% of our expenses, followed by our corporate fund at 35%. And the capital improvement fund at 16%. And then our fleet maintenance is 4% of our budget, capital equipment 2%, and the other, South Central Business District, which is Legacy Point, is at 3%, and all the others are 1 or under. Here we have an important slide which breaks out our budget by cost center. Personal services for 25, our request is $7,098,260, which is an increase of 3.49% over fiscal year 24's current budget. Do you want me to go into details on these lines at this point? Or does anyone have any questions?
Ramona, can you pull the mic a little closer to yourself? Thank you. To the side, maybe. Thank you.
This seems to be a recurring problem with me.
No, it's with everybody.
And I get told my voice is very loud, so maybe I just try to be quiet when I'm in front of the microphone.
Thank you.
So this slide, if there's no questions, I'll move on to the next one. Okay. This slide is our corporate fund with all activities. And again, it breaks OBM corporate, the 25 requests, the 24 current budget, and the fiscal year 23 actuals. anyone have any questions on this slide or need to delve in deeper to any of these lines? Seeing none, we'll go to the next. This pie chart and our obviously, and our interfund transfers accounts for 47%. Of the 19,729,000, the bulk of that, like 13 million, is that correct? 13 million is permanent improvements of the firehouse. Interfund transfers encompass code, the Muni Code 1 and 2% transfers for Fund 94 and 95 at 3.7 million. Then there's subsidies of motor vehicle parking at 400,000, the library at 3 million, Oak Ridge Cemetery at 500,000, and then we have other transfers which are related to ARPA. The revenue is recognized in the corporate fund and then is transferred through a transfer out to the other funds, the receiving funds. This slide is just the operations only for corporate, so it's the OBM office, which makes up 7% of the corporate fund allotment, is general operations. Have our fleet slide. And this is just OBM fleet, and they're asking for a 1.66% increase over the previous year. And I also have a slide showing the fleet consolidation savings. A $530,000 credit was returned to all of the departments that share with the shared service of the garage, which is police, public works, fire, and CWLP. How could I forget CWLP? For fiscal year 25, we have a $3.5 million projected savings. And what that savings represents is a 1.75% growth assumption for the unconsolidated fleet expenses if we would have continued operating multiple garages. The self-insurance fund, the bulk of that, 86%, is the medical, the health claims, and the associated health costs with those claims, such as like wellness consultants. Workers' comp makes up the next largest percentage of the self-insurance fund at 7%. And sick payout is also included in the self-insurance fund, and it is estimated to be almost $1.7 million. The capital improvement fund, we have a 19.98% variance, and that is due to mainly interfund transfers. Anyone have any questions on this slide? We did break out the 4 components of Fund 95 as well, with MOVE, infrastructure, video gaming, and bond. And this slide, it demonstrates the infrastructure funding for preventative maintenance for the roads. So after the bonds are paid off in 2032, the 0.5% sales tax will sunset to 0.25%. And that revenue, along with hotel tax and video gaming, it'll fund the program for the preventative maintenance after the debt retirement from the 2014 through 2016 series bonds, which was $80 million, and that was used for infrastructure improvements. And this, again, is just showing the amount that is expected to come in revenue which is right around that 16 to 17 million each year, and 16 to 17 million in annual maintenance expense for that preventative work on our roads. OBM has a fiscal year 2025 focus. We're going to be implementing our new ERP system, and that is going to take a lot of effort, and we will be spending a lot of time on that implementation. And we also have our citywide process evaluation, and every year we look at ways we can make things better. And our grant management, hiring the new grant manager for OPED and OBM shared, that person will help with the reporting. We have $37 million in grants last year. And then we are also looking at standardized practices, and we are very fortunate to have our city purchasing agent, Mike Lesko, with many years of service as the former CWLP purchasing coordinator, and that adds value to us standardizing our practices, including ordinances, fact sheets. He already has had, his first week, he had ideas of how to streamline our paper and helped us go paperless in some of our aspects. Does anyone have any questions on this?
Alderman Williams.
Yeah, thank you. So this isn't really budget correction. I'm just trying to get a verification. So Mike Lesko, which falls under your department, that's the department when I'm tracking things like residential percentages on contracts or agreements or minority numbers and things like that. That's the office.
Yes, the Office of Budget Management.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you, Alderman. Alderwoman Purchase.
Thank you, Chair. Ms. Ramona, I'm on page 138 from our budget book, and I see you're budgeting about 3.6 million less for transfers to other departments on here. What impacts will that have on some of the other entities? 138,
Getting there.
where you
Just a
got
second.
your transfers. And Ms. Ramona, while he's looking, the reason that I say this is I said to you when you first got up and spoke to us that I'm really concerned. Like you were saying, we got to have 2.5 months at 16.5% to make payroll. And I'm just looking at all these big numbers and just really nervous about making payrolls and going forward in our projections.
Page 14 of your budget.
Which page, Ralph?
I think it's on page 14 of their budget.
Okay.
What would be?
Yep.
Say 2 million.
And just what impacts will it have on other entities?
So the fiscal year 25 request, that includes the library. We decreased that $600,000 because their cash is okay. So
Okay.
they're functioning fine. And so we were able to decrease that $600,000. And then there's a $500,000 subsidy for Oak Ridge Cemetery, and then there's a $400,000 subsidy for motor vehicle parking. The fiscal year 24 request of $7.5 million. ARPA related? I'm trying to think what's in that number.
It's okay if you don't have it now, but
We went from 7.5 to 2.9. That is interfund transfers, 19. We're going to another place.
it's okay.
It's okay.
While they're looking, I know I also had asked you, and I know now is not the time, but when you were speaking to us and I was saying I was a little concerned about us making payroll, I asked you, could you also provide us with some of the ways you think we can handle this? Because you're the expert to tell us about the budget. And when you look at the next few fiscal years, it looks like we're not going to make it in, as we're hiring all of these people, we won't make payroll to pay these people.
So, we can adjust the cash flow. We can look at doing borrowings
Okay.
for equipment, and we could look at even the firehouse or other facilities. And I do have some of that cash flowed out the next 5 years, and that does help.
Okay.
I know that Alderman Donlin had mentioned 2% in cuts to all the departments. And we will put all that in as those come in, if that's what the council decides they want done.
Can I ask you another question? Why I just heard you say that? I don't know if this is for Madam Mayor or you, but looking at the budget, we have a lot of new hires coming in. What if we cut back just a little bit? So I'm not saying don't hire everyone, but just bring the numbers down a little bit to spread us out over the next few fiscal years.
That is what we have been dealing with for the last several years. If we look at the head count and the decrease, because we weren't hiring, and then you have people who
Right.
start leaving
Okay.
because the workload is spread on just,
So we're trying to
limited
find,
number.
so I get what we're doing. We're trying to play catch up
yes.
and trying to find that balance, but if we don't make payroll, what do we do?
We are not at that point that we're not making payroll. We could also look at adjusting that pension number. So right now, we have it in at 100% funding.
Right. And then you said if we go to 90%,
90.
what would we be looking at then?
You'll pull
I
it
am
up.
not trying to ask you the hard questions, but I'm just
No,
trying to
they're not hard
comprehend
questions.
myself.
They're numbers,
Yeah, big
And-
numbers too.
big numbers. And we have multiple scenarios. We have that with the 100% funding, we have it with the 90% of the Foster and Foster report, and we also have the 90% with the Lauderbeck and Amon report.
Is that some of the stuff you're gonna try to provide us? When I was asking you, can you tell us how we gonna make it before we have to make our final decisions?
Yes,
Okay.
I can send you that.
Okay.
And, I mean, if you want to sit down, if anyone wants to come in and walk through anything, we can do that too.
I think I would feel like it because my heart is beating fast.
Okay.
Director, correct me if I'm wrong, but the initial presentation you gave with the kickoff, the overview,
It
the
did.
90, the differences between the 90 and 100 are
It did.
as part of that report, so,
And
and then,
the 14.3% to a 7.5 to a negative 2.6 out in 2027, and that is based on the police and fire pensions being at the 90% of Foster and Foster's report. And Foster and Foster is the report that has the amounts more in the middle.
Okay. Thank you, Chair.
thank you, Alderwoman. While we're talking about this particular page of the budget, page 14 of the HR section, that same line, interfund cash transfers, explain to me that 2 million recycling site, where's that money, that 2 million? Where's it
That-
coming from and where's it going?
That was in that 1901 transfer that we were just talking about, and that has been removed,
That's not in this.
not in it.
Okay, thank you. Alderman Rockford.
No, I'm fine, thank you, Chair.
Anyone else have a question of the HR director or department?
OBM
I'm sorry, OBM.
Okay,
Didn't mean to get HR back up here.
that's a compliment.
They ran.
That's a compliment.
Oh, there she is.
She's a fabulous speaker.
Any other questions?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Alderman.
I know I see a subsidy on the parking meters, and I just was wondering, have we had any discussion about when we're going to start that? I know we had paused it because of COVID and to, ensure that we're attracting things downtown and not I think, it's probably time for us to make a decision with that as well, and, where we don't have to subsidize that every year. So I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
And there are some ideas on that as well.
Anything else, Alderman?
No, sir.
Anyone else? Going once, going twice? Director, thank you very much. Thank you to your staff
Thank
as
you.
well.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
everyone.
Okay, next up, and we'll take a couple-minute break so we can switch over. Next up is the Police Department. Chief? Chiefs?